tell why the BBC have 100 people. And that's the Welcome Along music. You are with Rob Ellen in the Medicine Show Moose Mobile. We're in another Montrose with the Medicine Show Moose Mobile with Gary Anderson, Alliteration Central. Thanks for having us, Gary. We're at Gary's house. We're in his more or less in his garage. Never in the back garden there.
Just about.
It's lovely to see you, man.
It's great to have you here.
Thank you so much.
Been far too long.
Yes, and stuff got in the way, but we won't get into that. We're out and about doing stuff. You are as well. Lovely session yesterday with Ken Clark. No pressure. But it was a lovely session.
You're back to normal cowboy chords tonight. None of that
there
fancy
was some
guitar
fancy stuff going on there, eh? Oh, Ken. So thanks to Ken. We'll just up the coast a little bit. Beautiful drive down today. Weather's cheered up a bit, thank goodness. So we're in Montrose. We'll be talking about the whole East Coast music scene because you're tied in with the world here, aren't you?
Pretty much.
There's the folk club to talk about. 40 years of the folk club.
40 years of the folk club, yeah.
To talk about. For 36 years of you as a musician.
No, 40.
That?
It's 40 as well. Well, 40 next year, the same as the folk club.
So we've got that to talk about. We've got a couple of songs coming up as well. I always like to ask our guests to sing us a song by way of introduction.
No
There'll be
problem
those out there who haven't heard of Gary Anderson.
Okay.
But Kinnaber.
Kinnaber,
Ken.
You were right the first time. It was Ken that was wrong.
He was throwing me off. Kinnaber Junction, Belladrum Festival. Folks will have seen you there as well. We'll talk about all that too. Welcome, folks, wherever you are. Let me just see if the chat frame's running before we get Yes, we have a chat frame tonight. For some odd reason, we didn't have one last night. So I'll just say a hello there. And if anybody on whatever page you're viewing on, you can leave comments on the stream and on anything really, on any questions for Gary, we can ask him. I'm
not too hot on astrophysics.
No, let's not do that. So there you go. I can flash that up on the screen as well if you're into that, guys. Thanks for being with us.
No problem.
What's the song?
I'm going to do, as we're in Montrose, I'll do a song about Montrose. It's a song about the South Esk River. It was inspired by a book called The Sea and Riches by a local author called Forbes Ingalls.
It's quite a literary part of the world down here.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we'll maybe talk about some of that as well.
Okay.
Gary Anderson.
Back in the day when the old pretender left from these shores for the last time, among the fishing boats at sail, carving out a living from the heron and the whale. Seagull soars o'er the mouth of the Esk, our skirtiness. Tides come and go, like the tides ebb and flow. Seagull soars. Bridges come and bridges go. An island once, no more an island. The ferry boats sail o'er no more. Land reclaimed, the village changed, no fishing on the shore. Seagull soars o'er the mouth o' the Esk. Seagull soars, flying our skirtiness. Tides come and go, like the tides ebb and flow. Seagull soars. 20 million tons of water pass on every tide. Nature's power beyond our equal fills a larder in the basin. Year after year the geese return to their winter haven. Seagull soars o'er the mouth o' the Esk. Seagull soars, flying our skirtiness. Times come and go, like the tides ebb and flow. Seagull soars. Seagull soars. Seagull
Beautifully done, Gary.
Thank you.
Gary Anderson's name of the song again? Seagull.
It's Tales from the Esk.
Tales from the Esk. And that's the river that goes down through
Brechin and then ends up. That's where basically the harbour in Montrose is the sort of mouth of the South Esk.
I'm going to put this phone elsewhere because it keeps pinging on me. Welcome along, folks. You are with me in the Medicine Show and the Moose Mobile. I've left a couple of messages on the chat frame. Not every comment on every page gets through to the studio here, but most people are watching on my page, which is nice. There are also there's viewers on your page on Kinnaber Junction as well, so you know you've got some fans watching.
I've not forgotten me.
Well, you're gonna get a rigorous examination as to not why we haven't seen so much of you, but what you're up to just now as well, because you're getting the taste for it again.
Yeah,
right, yeah.
Aye, yeah. When I came out of COVID, I don't know. For me, COVID was a really relaxing time. And I really couldn't be bothered getting going again.
I wondered if that was the case, because up until COVID, you were probably the busiest man in folk and roll.
Well,
with booking gigs for Kinnaber Junction, that Ken's thrown me on that. Yeah. Kinnaber Junction, booking your own solo stuff.
Yeah, I was
the folk club that was taking
yeah.
Plenty of time up as well.
I was involved with it. I was playing with Journey North at that point.
That's right.
Up till
and
COVID,
they were just starting to really kick in.
Yeah, yeah.
Are Journey North going?
They're still going, yeah. Yeah.
Do you take part at all?
No.
I had to let something go.
Yeah, I did leave that one, and Kinnaber Junction now is pretty much me.
It's you and whoever else is not.
Well,
yes,
there is.
You've got a group, haven't you?
Yeah, the band hasn't played since before COVID. However, as you mentioned, it's the 40th year since my first paid gig next year, and it's the 40th anniversary of the folk club. So I've been wheeling and dealing, and I've got a.
Is the money right?
I'm going to get. I'm getting in. I'm getting included in the list.
The 40th
night. 40th years next year. So
what date is that? I know we can't give away the actual.
Well, there's going to be events right through the year. He's got 2 sorted out so far, which unfortunately I can't say anything about because they've not been.
Because you do the sound for them, but you're also kind of consultancy basis. Would we say that? That's too grand a title.
That's probably a bit grand. I get the odd email for Ken Bruce that does all the bookings. He says, "Have a listen to this guy, see what you think."
That goes way back.
He's been involved. I think
he had a radio show as well, didn't he? No, that's. No. I'm maybe getting the Ken Bruce mixed up. He has been. He's been booking stuff there.
He's been. I think he's been involved with the club since it started.
Yeah, I think I've probably popped somebody.
And he's certainly been doing the bookings for a lot of years.
But all we can do is support such enthusiasm.
Yeah. He does a brilliant job. Some of the names he manages to grab for us.
We'll send this out. Listen, I've got. I can actually show you what's coming up on the. There, so you and I can do this as well. Montrose Folk Club. So we can go. So you can go to the Facebook page and get links through to that. Let's just have a look who's coming. Black Feathers.
Yep.
That's I mean, they're one of the headline band. Oh, wait a minute. I'm looking at the date. You've snaffled them from Celtic Connections, haven't you?
Every year, he normally manages to get somebody that's playing Celtic Connections.
That's a wise move.
And again, we wouldn't get them any other time. So
that's right. And they'll be looking for extra gigs anyway. Yeah. And it's not going to pull away from Celtic Connections.
No, exactly.
John Goldie, my word. He's extraordinary.
I saw him earlier on this year. And it's one of the few times I have gone back to Ken and said, I think you should get these guys booked. Yeah. This is something else.
And he's caught up with Roseanne Reid as well.
Yeah.
Before she goes stratospheric. Of course, daughter of one of the famous Proclaimer Reids. She's on the 27. A fabulous singer-songwriter, if you haven't heard her as yet. I'm going to get the radio show back. I'm going to do a weekly radio show again, like in the olden days.
Yeah.
So she will feature heavily. Actually, I'll probably just go through your. I'll go through who's all playing at your.
Don't go with the
club.
Pictures. For some reason, they can't get rid of the pictures. So most of them have.
They've done Dino ones and all that. Eleanor McElvoy as well. It's years since I've worked with Eleanor. That's into November, though.
Yeah.
So April,
there is quite a few between April and November. I'm not sure why that November one has suddenly appeared.
And you got a new home for the festival, for the folk club as well. Tell us a bit about that. It's quite a good community event, isn't it?
Quite a few years ago, there was a group had the brilliant idea of buying the old cinema building from the council. They bought it for £1, and then they've spent years and years developing it into a new cinema complex.
Yeah.
So it kicked off when the club came back after COVID. We got in touch with them and said, "Look, we're looking for a new home."
a permanent home as well.
Would you be interested in hosting us? So
because folk clubs just get bounced around from place to place.
Yeah, we've been through around a few of the hotels in the town, but it's a community based project, the cinema, so it works in quite well with the folk club as well. And it's although we're still calling it the folk club, but it's not a folk club in the sort of old sense of it.
It's a listening room environment.
Yeah, it's more a sort of concert environment now.
Do you still do the sessions round the table stuff from time to time?
Not really, no. We even after sort of COVID, we actually dropped the floor spots as well, because we didn't want folks sort of sharing mics and things like that. So it is just more like a sort of concert venue now.
Yeah.
But everybody knows it as the folk club, so we've just kind of kept it.
Well, it's good to have listening rooms where people can play without fear, because there's fear involved in it, play their own stuff.
Yeah.
And do you have somebody opening up the shows on most of the nights locally?
Occasionally. It just depends.
You're going to be on one of these
I'm going to be on one of them.
What date are you on? You remember?
It's towards the end of March.
You can... Your people can email my people.
Yeah, it's towards the end of March.
Excellent. So
and then I will have another one, which will be a full night of me and some other musicians
and your friends
who don't know yet. So, I've still to get in touch to see who's up for it.
I hope that.
But that was why. My listening to Ken last night got cut short, because I got a phone call to just confirm that that could go ahead. So
that's hot off the press.
It might be June.
Yeah.
There's a date that he's just waiting to see if it's confirmed or not in June. If that one doesn't go ahead, then I'll be taking that one. If not, it'll be sometime in the sort of second half of the year.
So will this be a return to maybe a touring schedule from time to time?
It's difficult now. My wife's not as mobile as she once was. We'd love to get back up to Belladrum, for instance, but she just couldn't manage it now.
It's hard work.
And we've also got a little rescue dog that's scared of everything and everybody, so it's difficult to get out and about. So it's
it's nice that you're back in the saddle again. Anyway, songwriting wise,
I did a thing
because you were pretty prolific at one point. You were doing regular songwriting YouTube stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, I started off sort of during COVID. I'd kept on writing. Not a huge amount, but I had a few songs sitting, and I'd started recording some of them up. But I wasn't finishing anything. I had loads of bits of songs, so I decided to give myself a push on that I would record and release a song on Bandcamp.
Yeah.
Once a month.
Oh, it's Bandcamp. That's right.
Originally it was going to be about 6 months.
Yeah.
But it actually kept going for a year.
Excellent.
And most of the songs weren't written when I started. So I was quite prolific.
So did you release them as singles, or?
I just kind of added to an album.
Yeah.
Each month.
I'm doing that now.
Yeah.
I started doing that with the Christmas album.
Because I thought if somebody's bought it earlier on, I don't want them to have to keep on paying. So I just, if they get it, then when I add something, they'll get that as well.
Yeah.
And it just seemed a nicer way to do it.
Yeah. That is a good idea. Okay, so I might hit you for one of those. What I'm going to do one of the compilation albums that we do anyway. But you're on one of those. Back when it was, that's the only way we could do things back during the lockdown. So you went on one of the lockdown albums. Yeah. So I'm going to start in the new year doing an album of artists that will feature on the show.
Okay.
And do it the same way as you did it. Just add a single.
Yeah.
And we've got a Moose crew who throw a £5 in every month to help this along the way. And I'll be lobbing them some exclusive content as well.
Okay.
So maybe
definitely, yeah.
Ask you if you fancy putting out a side and a B side like the old days.
Right, okay, cool.
On Medicine Show Records.
Sorry, mine would have to be a double A.
That's right. Like the Beatles. The Beatles' first one was yeah. So I think I've got. Anyway, I can throw up some stuff, some more information. The Patreon site is up and running, and I do appreciate everybody's patronage as well. It really does help me help the music that we love to have a regular donation coming in, basically because I leave that as an emergency. And
to be perfectly as a sort of putting away the guitar and the songwriting and everything, as a music listener, check out some of Rob's compilation albums on Bandcamp, because there's some absolutely fantastic stuff on there.
Yeah, thank you.
I've got quite a few of them.
It's built to about 200 songs now. It's all free. The artists themselves donate that to me. And what I do to thank them for those donations, song donations, is I post them out to the media guys that we meet on the road as well. And make sure that they get those as free downloads as well. So it helps spread things around, and we're heading for the continent in the new year as well. So I'll be able to carry that with me, and I'll be able to give that to other broadcasters as we go. So we're in the Moose. We're on the move. We're doing as much as we can to help support community events like yourself and independent artists. And I know you've done this. You've done all this all
it's funny,
all through the years.
Yeah, you mentioned that you're going to be doing your radio show again. It was actually Mary
Kathleen Burkett's going to take it on.
It was her that played the first time I was played on the radio. It was Mary, and the first
Celtic music radio.
Yeah, and the first radio interview I did was with Mary. Wow. And I've not seen her for years.
Well, she's fine. I was in, if you look up Mary Kathleen Burke, Facebook, Rob Ellen, I was in, and she snaffled me to go do a live show on Strabane Radio or something. Brilliant. It was ridiculous, which we did, and she sang 2 or 3 songs. So lovely singer.
She's a beautiful voice.
So that's Mary Kathleen Burke, MKB Radio, and the Medicine Show is Health and Happiness Hour. And this session, I'll make sure it goes out to Mary Kay. She sends her regards as well.
Great.
So thank you, Mary, for all that you do. Thanks to everybody who's tuned in tonight for the ongoing support, and just for being here. And please do share if you're enjoying the show, because this stays archived wherever you share it. So if you share it from your page or onto your page, you've immortalized Gary Anderson.
That's it.
You're immortal.
Don't feel it sometimes.
I've decided I'm immortal. I don't want to stop doing this. I enjoy this so much, and it's lovely.
It's so obvious you do.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah. So that's me. We're in the Moose Medicine Show Radio, Moose Mobile. We've got one more song, but I'm also talking about the Patreon, which is on the ticket tape below your screen right now. How to join the Patreon. Now, £2 a week. A week would be all right. A month will get you exclusive content. You're going to do one for us as an exclusive content for the patrons.
Yeah.
Tell us what that's about as a cliffhanger.
Right. It's a song. How would you sum it up in a sense? It's a song about survivor guilt.
All right. And define survivor guilt.
Well, it's pure and simply. It's one of the few songs that's just totally out of my head. It's not about anybody. It sounds like it's about somebody, but it's not really about.
It's an idea.
It's not about anybody in particular.
Yeah.
It's basically about a guy that survives Piper Alpha.
Oh man, yeah.
And
Piper Alpha, for those not in this area or anywhere in Scotland, perhaps not in Britain either, How long ago was that? I was working in the oil industry at that time.
1988, I think it was.
Yeah. One of the oil rigs not too far from here in the North Sea went up, and there wasn't many survived it.
No.
Yeah. And so the song you're going to sing is about Piper Alpha.
Yeah.
So that's coming up. That will be hopefully this week. I'll get up on the Patreon site. So if you join up on Patreon, you'll get a Ken Clark song, which is a really cool song. Really hard hitting, poignant song as well. So that's coming up as a special, and those and this session as well will feature on the first Mary Kathleen Burke MKB radio show when the medicine show comes out as retirement. Looking forward to that. Actually, it's been I miss the buzz of actually sitting down and listening to records and thinking about the radio.
Yeah,
to put the
it must be a lot of work though.
We're just going to do it live, warts and all. So it's going to come from here straight into Mary Kay's system and out to a gazillion other places that she broadcasts to. But what I do, and I enjoy that about this as well, is the feedback from people that makes it. It's amazing. I mean, I've had listeners of the old show write in from offshore and say, well, and I've had fishermen going, well, what happens was when your show comes on, we just switch the engines off and they listen out in the minch and all that sort of stuff. So stuff like that. I just love stories like that when it happens. So thanks for doing this, Gary.
No problem at all.
Thanks,
my absolute pleasure.
Thanks for having us, and thanks for feeding me as well. Thanks, Anne. And so see us off, and thanks for listening, guys. We've got a good audience with us as well. What do you fancy doing? See us off the premises.
What would we go for? This was the last song I wrote, which kind of got tagged on to the Bandcamp project thing.
So that's still available if you look for Gary Anderson Bandcamp.
It's under Kinnaber Junction on Bandcamp. So this one, it was just it's kind of about a lot of the promises that were made during COVID, and what happened to them, or what didn't happen to them. So it's called New Normal. Climb into bed, turn out the light, close your eyes, embrace the night. It won't be long until the dawn and the light of a brand new day. But will it bring a new normal? We're hoping for a new normal. Promised ourselves a new normal, but it seems a lot like it always did. When our world stopped spinning round, a new army of heroes were found. Day after day, lives on the line, with none thought for themselves. Now they deserve a new normal. They're hoping for a new normal. We promised them all a new normal, but it seems a lot like it always did. Rainbows in windows, clapping on doorsteps, with the best of intent. has changed, no priorities rearranged, all their thanks in empty words, but words will feed their kids, and they deserve a new normal. They're hoping for a new normal. We promised them all a new normal, but it seems a lot like it always did. We're all hoping for a new normal. Will we ever see a new normal? Is it too much to ask for a new normal? 'Cause it seems a lot. It seems a lot. It seems a lot. It seems a lot. It seems a lot like it always did.
Wonderful. That's Gary Anderson, our guest in the Moose Mobile tonight. Thank you, Gary. Profound and personal. It's alliteration centre again as well. and poignant the way that we like it here on the Medicine Show. Thanks again. Looking forward to whatever you're up to. Keep in touch with regards the Montrose Folk Club. We'll be passing that on as we go. Now I'm thinking Brechin tomorrow. There might be a session tomorrow, isn't there?
I'm not sure if it. I'm pretty sure it still runs. There was a session for years and years on the last Friday of the month in the Caledonia Hotel, I think it was.
Yeah.
It was run by Willie Ryan.
Yeah. I'm gonna drop him a note and see what's going on, but I'm gonna have a pint in the Caledonia anyway. Tomorrow, Friday. It is Friday tomorrow, isn't it?
I think so.
I've totally lost touch.
I've totally lost.
I think everybody else is. We'll just declare it Friday and go to the Caledonia.
Well, unfortunately, I'm playing a Cayley and Broughty Ferry.
That's the other thing we should talk about as well. Broughty Ferry, Cayley. You're in a Cayley band as well.
Yeah. I was meant to just be sort of depping.
Whose Cayley band is it?
It's at the moment. There's two of them. There's Free Reeling and Sky Ree. And
so you got two Cayley bands going.
3. from next year.
Nice.
There's also going to be the Red Castle Cayley band going as well. That's myself and Karen Hartwell.
Well, it's good the Cayleys are coming back, and if you can't have a wedding without Cayley,
no.
The country dancing circuit is and always will be strong.
Yeah. It's such a totally different kind of gig for me as well, because I don't have to sing.
Oh, okay.
You know, it's pure and simple. So
you just augment an instrumentation.
I'm just on guitar in the background. It's
fantastic.
It's great.
And you're keeping it live as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Good to see people enjoying themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks, Gary. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Oh, there's Penny. Just dropped in to say hi. So there she is, Penny, who we did Christmas with. She looked after me over Christmas. We also she decorated. If you didn't see it, have a look at her garden. She decorated her house like a gingerbread house.
All right.
She does it every year in different style and puts a charity box out. This year we were collecting for. And I still think the box is out there. I know that she was chasing balloons and stuff up and down the road in Aberdeen the other day. But you can still pop Sycamore Close. Have a look in Aberdeen. See Penny pop some pennies in her jar. We managed to collect £56 from donations for the Christmas album.
Oh, brilliant!
To add to that, and I think Penny's over the 100, but I don't know if she's reached her 300 yet. Maybe you can let us know what the running total is for the garden. So it'll be there until the 12th day of Christmas. So have a look if you're in Aberdeen. Thanks, Penny. Thanks for looking after us. Thanks for supporting us, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. And thanks, Gary Anderson.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Playing the theme music out, and tomorrow maybe we could well be in. I'll put the Follow the Moose page up, and you'll be the first to know where we end up. Hogmanay, I'm looking forward to this immensely. I don't know if we'll get an interview because it is Hogmanay, but we're going to be at the steakhouse in other forms of food are available as well. You have to say that in Perth. And that will be right up to the bells with Good Guy Hank. We have got just about the best, I'm just going to say the best old-timey bluegrass band in Scotland to look forward to on Hogmanay. The bells here on the Moose Mobile on iMTV. I do appreciate your patronage and your support with these broadcasts.